जय हिंद एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू द जो स्क्वाड। हमारे प्रीवियस एपिसोड की तरह कीप अप्रिशिएटिंग अस एंड इसलिए प्लीज सब्सक्राइब बिफोर वी डाइव इनटू दिस वीडियो।
So, hello guys, welcome to your another series of videos in your current affairs. So, we are starting from November 9, 2024. A total of 49.18 tons of unprocessed garbage generated in Kedarnath has been dumped at the two landfill sites near the temple between 22 and 24. This is an eco-sensitive zone, so this reflects like when pilgrims जब वहाँ पे जाते हैं केदारनाथ पे और जो भी उनका वेस्ट होता है तो जो वो डंप करते हैं तो उससे लैंडफिल्स क्रिएट हो जाते हैं जो वहाँ के आप इकोनॉमिक पर्सपेक्ट से देख लो या फिर कंजर्वेटिव पर्सपेक्ट से देख लो तो वो अच्छा नहीं होता है। तो उसी के लिए दे हैव बीन वर्किंग टू क्रिएट साइट्स जहाँ पे वो गार्बेज डंप हो सके। Isak Muiwa faction of the National Socialist Council of Nagaland issued a threat to resume the armed resistance. It wants third-party intervention to address the demand, which includes a separate flag and constitution of the Nagas. लाइक आपने सुना होगा ये जो हमारे नदर्न ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स हैं द सेवन सिस्टर्स तो वहाँ पे थोड़ा टेंशन चलता रहता है लाइक यू हैव बीन hearing about the Manipur issue. There's been a division between the groups and there has been a constant fight between both parties. So similarly in Nagaland also an uprising is being frozen at the time and that's why the tension is being rising. Uh, Chief of Defense Staff General Anil Chauhan launched the initiative of the Department of Military Affairs and the United Institution of India. It was launched at the second edition of the annual Indian Military Heritage Festival organized by the USI. So this is the article to be read by you, The BRICS Journey Gaining Heft by Transition. This is from the Hindu, November 9, page number 8. There have been over a period of time interactions with various stakeholders in Myanmar. On November 5 and November 6, the Hindu Council of World Affairs organized a workshop on Indian experience and constitutionalism while they invited various segments of Myanmar society. So Myanmar has been a close ally of India and they are in constant talks as there the government has been facing issues. November 10, 2024, around 4.3 lakh government officials participated in the Karma Yogi Saptah or National Learning Wheel and took online courses centered on citizen-centric governance, digital fluency, and Indic knowledge system. Medical device manufacturing in India faces several challenges, mainly lack of infrastructure. The Union Minister for Health and Family Affairs, JP Nadda, unveiled a central scheme for boosting the sector at an outlay of INR 500 crores. Okay, so here is a great current affairs for you. JP Nadda is our Union Minister of Health and Family Affairs. You should memorize it. And the second thing you must have been knowing that India जो है वो have been it's the leading manufacturer of drugs and other pharmaceutical projects even to countries like US, Brazil and other American countries. So India supplies drugs and medicines at a very cheap rate in comparison to other countries. तो उसके हाँ इसलिए हमारी मार्केट में काफी फेम है. What are the costs? This is the article to be read by you. What are the costs of population decline? The Hindu, November 10, page number 11. So we come to number 11. Around 17,600 trees have been cut in Uttar Pradesh to make a way for new Kanwar Yatra route and government plans to cut 33,776 in total. China and Indonesia signed deals worth $10 billion at the Indonesia-China Business Forum in multiple sectors. China reasserted its territories around the Flashpoint Reef in South China Sea. It took control of it in 2012. So China, you must have all heard about String of Pearls. So I'd like you to know about it and search about it. So China has been applying a policy through which it's capturing all the states, all the countries by giving them loans and making it their military bases. So you should know about it. Taliban will attend the UN climate conference for the first time since their takeover of Afghanistan in 2021. So this is the article to be read by you, calling out exploitative labor dynamics on platforms. This is from the Hindu, November 11. And another article to be read by you. This is on improving wind energy generation. This is also from the Hindu, November 11. France evaluating India's Pinaka rocket system for its use. Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launch MBRL system, which will be examined by France officials in the coming weeks. Armenia is the first customer where the indigenously developed Pinaka. We have 4 Pinaka regiments in India in service and 6 more are on order. The 7th edition of bilateral army exercise Shakti was held in Meghalaya in May. So these are the defense news, and these are, I think, the most important part for your SSB interview. So you must go through it thoroughly. You can take a screenshot if you want. In Assam, comics commandos joined fight against child labor. The fight against child labor and child marriage has a new breed of warriors in Assam. An organization conducting an educational program to reduce school dropout rates has prepared a team of 30 local youth. They are taught to draw caricatures and doodles to campaign against social evils and rights radicals. So this development has took place in Assam. Now we come to November 12. 10 armed extremists were killed in Manipur's Diribram after the CRPF post came under attack on Monday. तो मैंने अभी आपको बताया था कि मणिपुर में काफी टेंशन हो रहे हैं जिसके कारण वहाँ पे ऐसे फेस ऑफ देखने को मिलते हैं. A 12-hour band in Assam's Dibrugarh and Tinsukia districts called by Moran and Motok organizations demanding ST status for the two communities brought life to a standstill. This is like a band, is like a small lockdown. Almost 3 months after the rape and murder of a doctor at RG Medical College and Hospital, trial in the case finally began on Monday. China will unveil new stealth fighter jet and attack drones at a major air show called Air Show China. The new J-35A looks similar in design to the US F-35. The US F-35 is a very famous jet. UN raises alarm as climate talks begin in Azerbaijan. The 29th conference of the parties or COP29 began in Baku, Azerbaijan. Paris climate agreement goals are in great peril. This has been the dialogue. The period from 2015 to 24 will be the warmest decade ever recorded. So climate change is a topic, I mean, जिसकी काफी इग्नोर किया जाता है इन द इनिशियल बेसिस. काफी सारे टॉपिक्स हैं जो डिस्कशन होते हैं लाइक अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट वेस्ट, बट ये क्लाइमेट चेंज एक ऐसा टॉपिक है जो हमें देखना होगा. लाइक विंटर्स आर बिकमिंग शॉर्ट, समर इज बिकमिंग टू हॉट. These are the things we need to take in care as we are the future generations of this country, this world. This is the article to be read by you on the line of Actual Control Agreement, LAC. The attendees and the questions. This is from the Hindu, November 12, page number 8. India-Bangladesh officials discuss new avenues of trade. So this is the great news. Officials from Bangladesh arrived on Monday to participate in a meeting to develop infrastructure of land ports along India-Bangladesh border. The 6th subgroup meeting of the Land Port Authority of India with the counterpart will feature discussions focused on bolstering the infrastructure of existing land ports. Okay, so India and Bangladesh were really close allies until there was some tension in Bangladesh. The government was overthrown. You must have heard about it. So after that, these meetings took place so that the trade could be resumed between both the countries. तो ये काफी अच्छी खबर है दोनों ही कंट्रीज के लिए. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India hosted South Asian nations for a multilateral event in New Delhi called the South Asian Telecommunication Regulators Council. Women naval officers circumnavigating globe reach Australia in their first stop. After a 39-day voyage at the sea, the two officers arrived at the port after completing a distance of 4,900, nautical miles. You should remember the name of the two officers. They are Lieutenant Commander Dilnake and Lieutenant Commander Rupai. So Lieutenant Commander, so they are from Navy. And you must also know the rank structure. Like in Navy, the rank begins from sub-lieutenant, then lieutenant. Then they become Lieutenant Commander. Now we come to November 13, 24. A 10% spike in food prices lifted India's retail inflation to a 14-month high of 6.2% in October. So inflation is when every goods and services in the countries become more pricey, और like जब हमारे देश में सारे सामान जो हमारे रोजमर्रा के सामान होते हैं लाइक दूध दही है ऑल दैट थिंग्स दे बिकम कॉस्टली, उनकी प्राइसेस बढ़ती है। और बेसिकली ये तब होता है जब डिमांड काफ़ी ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है और सप्लाई कम हो जाती है। तो चीज़ें आप खरीदना चाहते हो उसकी सप्लाई कम है, पर डिमांड बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो ऑफकोर्स आप उससे ज़्यादा पैसा पे करने को तैयार होंगे। तो दैट्स कॉल्ड एन इन्फ्लेशन। The Sri Lankan Navy arrested 12 fishers from Nagapattinam in yet another instance of such arrest. Progress in trade between India and Russia. In the past 5 years, the trade turnover had grown more than fivefold between the two nations. They have joined endeavors such as the International North-South Corridor, the Chennai-Vladivostok Corridor, and the Northern Sea Route. Russia is a major source of fertilizers, coal, crude oil, and our ties with Russia is well known. We have great ties with the country. और रशिया इज अ ग्रेट सपोर्टर एक्सपोर्टर ऑफ ऑयल। और इसके साथ साथ आप देख सकते हो लाइक फर्टिलाइजर्स, यूरेनियम वगैरह भी हमें रशिया से इम्पोर्ट करने होते हैं। और उसके अलावा लाइक आपने भी सुना होगा डी डॉलराइजेशन पे काफी चर्चा चल रही है, टू रिड्यूस द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ डॉलर ऑन ईच एंड एवरी कंट्री। तो उसके लिए रूपी रूबल ट्रेड, लाइक रूबल इज द करेंसी ऑफ रशिया एंड रूपी इज द करेंसी ऑफ इंडिया। तो जब भी कोई दो देश आपस में ट्रेड करते हैं तो वो डॉलर का यूज करते हैं यूजुअली, बिकॉज डॉलर इज अ वेरी स्टेबल करेंसी। बहुत सारी कंट्रीज का ट्रस्ट है उस पर, तो एक कॉमन करेंसी यूज करते हैं। पर उससे क्या होता है, डॉलर की वैल्यू काफी ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है और आपकी जो ओन करेंसी है उसे उतनी वैल्यू नहीं मिल पाती। तो इसके लिए नाउ कंट्रीज आर ट्राइंग टू ट्रेड इन देयर ओन करेंसीज। DRDO carries out maiden test of long-range cruise missile. It conducted a flight test of a long-range land attack cruise missile with a range of 1,000 kilometers. This is a new variant of Nirbhay LR LACM. It is similar to US Tomahawk cruise missile. You also must take a snapshot of this. The article to be read by you is this one, debating the healthy longevity initiative. This is from the Hindu, November 13, page number 8. Carbon dioxide emissions set to rise 0.8% this year, and India contributes up by 4.6%. So pollution is a thing like in which India is doing not very good. तो लाइक हमारे यहाँ की इंडस्ट्रीज जो हैं वो एयर पोल्यूशन के साथ लैंड एंड वाटर पोल्यूशन भी काफी ज्यादा हो जाता है, बिकॉज इन इंडिया इंडस्ट्रीज आर नॉट दैट एफिशिएंट इन प्रोसेसिंग देयर वेस्ट। लाइक देयर आर स्टैट्स लाइक चाइना contributes 31%, US 13%, India 8%, and European Union 7%. Now we come to November 14, 2024. The Tri-Service Defense Space Agency conducted its maiden tabletop exercise, Antariksha Abhyas 24, aimed at bolstering the strategic readiness of Indian armed forces in the domain of space welfare. Around 17 million Sri Lankan voters will get to choose their representatives to parliament. Supreme Court said that the states that metamorphose into judges to punish accused persons awaiting trial by driving bulldozers into their homes indulge in a naked display of might is right. This is the article to be read by you. Manipur's misery, the center must take the initiative in resolving the crisis. We have talked well about this. This is from the Hindu, November 14, page number 8. And one more article, the impact of PMUI in Jammu and Kashmir. Again from the Hindu, November 14, page number 9. Sea ranching launch of Visinjam course as follows. Additional center forces rush to Manipur. 20 additional companies of CAPS, Central Armed Police Forces, have been deployed amid rising tensions. 3 women and 3 children have been abducted, are yet to be rescued. So, like in Manipur, these tensions have been going on. The fights, the face-offs, all. Also, a good laden shock has been torched on S-37. Inaugural Indian Ocean dialogue between US and India to be held. They are ready to hold the inaugural US-India Indian Ocean dialogue. Like जैसा कि आपने सुना होगा, इंडियन ओशन इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट, जहाँ पे चाइना अपनी पकड़ बनाना चाहता है, so that it can establish its forces there. But also for India and US wants to establish its center. If US wants to establish its impact over the Asian countries, it needs Indian Ocean, and for Indian Ocean, it needs India. So both the countries are collaborating in making their presence in this region, this Indo-Pacific region. Now we come to November 15. AFSPA has been reimposed in Manipur's 6 violence hit districts. This order will be effective till March 31, 2025. India's good exports touched $39.2 billion, which is the second best in the year, but there has been a 3.9% increase in the merchandise import, bill lifting it to a record high of $66.34 billion. So an increase in the exports, it's a very great news. Defense Research Development Organization announced the successful completion of flight tests of guided Pinaka multi-barrel rocket system, paving the way for its induction. This enhances its range to over 75 kilometers. India's Nepal ties are under strain due to a new government policies, and there is danger with the border dispute. KP Sharma Oli, the new PM of Nepal, is going to China for a bilateral visit, even before resolution has been. Article to be read by you, a 2024 election result that leaves many astounded. The Hindu, November 15, page number 10.
तो आज की वीडियो में बस इतना ही. आपसे हम दोबारा कनेक्ट होंगे. टिल देन सब्सक्राइब to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.